We're joining me now with Phil and Brad, father and son. There's a lot of family connections here in Colchester. Apparently your two are pretty awesome, but who's the best, Brad? You or your dad, what do you reckon?
I'd say my dad.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. What do you reckon, Phil?
Yeah, but he's catching me up.
He's catching you up. I've heard he's catching you up. I'm not convinced your dad's the best. I mean, I've heard how good he is, and he's pretty outstanding. But apparently, Brad, for you, it's been the last year or so. It's been pretty amazing, hasn't it? Do you want to tell us?
Yeah.
Have you won many matches at darts?
Yeah, I've won more than I've lost.
And are these just against 13-year-olds and below, or?
No, they're against like 18 to 21-year-olds, and basically when I play men's Super League as well, they're older than that.
Yeah. How do they feel, the men, when they get beaten by a 13-year-old?
Well, I don't really know.
Do you look at their faces afterwards and think, yes, get in? Surely
Sometimes,
you do.
yeah.
A little bit. Have you, Brad, have you got a nickname yet at darts?
Not really, no.
You need to have a think about that, I reckon. Get yourself a nickname.
Yeah.
And what about the standard of darts then? Have you hit 13, 14, 15 dart legs before?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, at your age?
Yeah, I hit like 15 darts and that quite regularly, really.
I'm getting quite bitter here. I'm 30 years old now and I've never hit a 15 dart. Phil, tell us about your standard then. You've played for quite a number of years. Are you Super League as well? Do you play a high standard?
Yeah, I've played 3 years now as Super League. Essex A and B, and basically going up through, hopefully staying the A team this year, if not staying the B. A bit of luck.
I don't know about you two, but I still nowadays I take my dad out, he's in his 50s, and we still play against each other. We have some really competitive matches. Do you is he getting, like you said, he's getting better? Has he beaten you many times so far?
He's not quite beat me, but he's sort of getting it. I mean,
yeah, I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer.
We do on a Monday night, sort of 5 sets.
Yeah.
First to 5 sets, and then I used to beat him 5-0s, 5-1s.
Yeah.
He's sort of getting close now, 5-3s, 5-4s.
I like the harsh dad, just training him up.
He's doing very well, yeah. he keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, 13 as well. We've been talking to Jimmy White about a 13-year-old snooker player who he's working with, and he says he's the best thing since sliced bread. And it sounds as if Brad's pretty much on those lines as well. Beating adults, beating players who have played for many years at their own game, high standard. It must be really impressive, and you must be proud to watch that.
He is very good, yeah. I mean, frustrated at times, but same as when he watches me and stuff like that. But with a bit of luck, it'd be nice if he can make next grade.
How do you find it financially playing darts? Is it a bit of a struggle? Obviously, it's a labour of love for some people, and it's they love the game so much that they would play regardless of what it costs them time and money wise. But do you think for the young players today, for instance, do you think there's a case for giving more opportunity for being professional at a younger age and actually being financed in darts?
Yeah, it would be nice, but I mean, obviously sponsorship and things like that are difficult to come by. But it would be nice if some talented youngsters can get sort of sponsorships and stuff like that. I mean, it does help them on their way, obviously. I mean, obviously, you're not made of money, so obviously you got to have an helping hand somewhere along the line, and if you can get it, all fair and well. But when you see him playing, you've got to basically try and help him along his way, pay as much as you can.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you can't pay for every tournament, but obviously some you can.
And we've just spoken to Barry Hearn earlier, and we're looking for absolute talent, regardless of whether they're 40, 13, it's irrelevant. If there's talent there, and they're going to be perhaps going to be the next power, then the investment, the money and the time is going to go into them. Do you believe, firstly yourself, do you think you could still, at the highest level of PDC, do you think you could hack it, and do you think Brad could in the future?
Oh, I hope so. I mean, I would like to have a crack at it, obviously, but then again, it's sponsorship and things like that, and it does cost a lot of money. I mean, with a bit of luck, someone might come in for him and take him on and give him a chance.
Absolutely. But that's what you hope for, isn't it?
It would be nice. But whether it'll happen, we'll do all our best we can to basically give him a go.
Absolutely. And what about school then, Brad? Have you got any favourite subjects at school?
Mostly PE, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, so you're a bit sporty, eh?
Yeah.
Football fan?
Yeah.
Who do you support?
Man U.
Yeah, no Barnsley fans here in Colchester, is there? Surprisingly. If you weren't going to be a darts player, what would you do then in the future?
I was hoping to become a PE teacher, otherwise if I don't become a darts player and all that.
Excellent. Well, I'm a teacher as well. That's my job when I don't do this. But what about you, Phil? What if you could? What do you do for a living anyway? Builder. If you weren't a builder, you couldn't do darts. What ideal career would you have? What do you reckon?
It's quite difficult, really. I mean, I would love to do darts. I would love to do darts because obviously it's one thing that I have found that I think I'm quite good at.
Yeah.
But would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, other than that, I don't know really.
Haven't thought about it.
I'd sort of concentrating on what I could do for him now, really.
Yeah. Well, it's brilliant. It's such a wonderful family connection. I wish you both the best of luck. And thanks for taking the time to talk to us, and we really hope to be in touch soon as well.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Cheers,
Thanks
Phil.
very much.
Thanks, Brad. Pleasure to meet you, mate. Good luck for tonight. We're going
Cheers.
to have a bit of filming up and see the standard. No pressure.